Mike, when people shop around, they always go for the lowest price. They want to find the best deal that they can. But this is America. Usually you get what you paid for. Is that true with tax resolution or getting things resolved with the IRS?
Yeah, Josh, that's a good question. Let me address that. As a former IRS agent who worked there for a decade and has been in private practice myself for 41 years, people pick up their phone every day and they're shopping. And they don't know it, but they're talking to salespeople. 95% of the calls that you make, you will never speak to a tax professional. You have a trained salesperson. Sometimes they say who they're different than who they are. They're reading from scripts that are very, very good, and they will convince you to go ahead and sign up with them. So you've got to be very, very careful who you choose. A lot of people want to get your business because they're saying they can abate penalties and interest, and they can go ahead and settle your tax debt, and then they set you up with a big payment agreement. But let me tell you, I'm going to tell you probably about 90% of those ads that you see and calling these people, you're the wrong firm, you're going to get ripped off, and you're not going to get the person you want to represent you. And let me tell you why. These big firms spend maybe $250,000 to $500,000 a month on advertising. So their budget is set up to go for advertising, and then their salespeople get a third of what they collect. Believe it or not, the person in the back end who's actually doing the work is probably making 5% of the case. So I just want to tell you, your good people aren't working at the big firms. If they were, they would be on their own. They usually get rookies, people who don't know what they're doing. They have high inventories, and at the end of the day, you're not going to get the best deal because you don't have someone experienced like Josh, and you're going to fall in the trap. They're going to charge you a lot, and boom, you're stuck with them now. So what do you suggest, Josh?
Anytime you owe the IRS tax debt, it's going to take a bit of work to get things taken care of. But it's a lot easier to deal with the same person every time you call, and to get the person-to-person contact that you need to feel confident that you're being taken care of.
Yeah, you don't have to go through the secretary and this person, let someone call you back. When you actually call his office, you're going to wind up speaking to him. And Josh, how long have you been in the industry?
Been working with taxes for the last 21 years.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you, Josh has an excellent team. So if you have any questions, you just go ahead and click on the link. But this is the man that you want. Jill, tell us about your qualifications.
Okay, I'm an enrolled agent. I'm also a United States Tax Court practitioner. So I'm licensed by the IRS to sit before the IRS in audits, collections, and appeals. And I'm also licensed by the Department of Treasury to sit before the United States Tax Court in case things get that deep.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, he's the man to call. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. 763-477-4205. And I hope this has been helpful.
Boom, you got them all.
All right. Thanks, Mike.